Hey, Happy New Year, everyone. It's Matt Donaghue with Mission Financial Planners, giving you our first weekly update of the year. I hope everybody had a great break and that 2024 is off to a great start for you. If you set a bunch of goals for yourself, I hope you're well on the way to hitting those goals. If you've fallen off the wagon, no, that's okay too, right? That's okay. But let's go ahead. Let's jump into it. So last week, first week of trading in 2024, stocks retreated. They struggled a little bit after a great end to the year. A lot of people will call that the reverse Goldilocks effect, where essentially the market decided investors were getting a little too excited about the prospect of a rate cut. Stocks bounced up and down a lot each of the four trading days, but ended down on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but Friday, everything was up based on jobs data, which helped weaken the week slide. On Wednesday, the manufacturing news came in better than expected. It lifted markets until the December Federal Open Market Committee meeting minutes were released, and that revealed that the Fed members had discussed rate cuts for 2024, but they hadn't said anything specific about when or what the terms would be. The jobs and services sector news painted a great picture on the economy on Thursday, but as the 10-year Treasury hit 4%, stock prices responded negatively. Major index returns, if you're looking at the Dow for the week, it was off just under 2/3 of a point. MSCI EFA was down about a point and a quarter. Nasdaq was down 3.7, and S&P was down 1.8. But the trailing returns, the 1-year trailing returns on all those look fantastic. The Dow, the MSCI are both over 16% on their 1-year trail. Nasdaq's over 42, and the S&P 500 is over 25. 10-year treasuries, like I said, they closed the week at 4.05%. A month ago, they were at 4.18. 3 months ago, they were at 4.72. And a year ago, they were still at 3.7%. And then, of course, the employment data that I mentioned earlier, that really helped. Employers added 216,000 new jobs in December. They beat estimates and they surpassed the 173,000 jobs that were added in November. Unemployment is steady at 3.7%, which also helped with performance. Some key economic data. So tomorrow, Tuesday, international trade in goods. Wednesday is the EIA petroleum status report. Thursday, jobless claims, consumer price index, treasury statement, and Friday is the producer price index. Companies reporting earnings. Today we have Jefferies Financial. Tomorrow is Albertsons. Wednesday is KB Home and Rite Aid. Thursday is Infosys. Friday is United Health Group, JP Morgan and Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. Okay, a couple interesting quote for you of the week from Oscar Wilde. It's always a silly thing to give advice, but to give good advice is absolutely fatal. So maybe good advice is killer, I think is what he's trying to say. Um, some ideas for you. There's extended tax returns that are getting filed, but also keep in mind we have tax season, right, is upon us. So a couple things to think about when you're working on taxes. And these are easy errors that can create just a headache for you later on. So first one is missing or an inaccurate social security number, misspelling a name, choosing the wrong filing status. Folks, that can be huge, okay? As can math errors. A simple addition or subtraction might kick you, the wrong way in terms of what brackets you're in. Incorrect bank information, and then unsigned forms, right? They can't really do anything if you don't sign, okay? And kind of a fun thing on juicing, okay? Health food tip. So first thing is, I guess what you're supposed to do is figure out what kind of juicer you want. Now I've just got a simple Ninja blender at home and it does great, but and this is all new to me, right? You have I think it's called masticating and then centrifugal juicers. So masticating juicers, they chew the food, they're a little slower, okay? But you're going to retain more nutrients than the centrifugal ones, which is probably what I have, right? Probably what I have. Then you need to decide what you're gonna juice, right? Now, for me in the mornings, it's some spinach. It's two cups or two of the little serving cups that they give you of coffee flavored protein drink, 4 ounces of milk, 6 ounces of water, and a bunch of spinach. Blend it up for a minute, and that's my breakfast. Here they say with some green juice, right? Celery, cucumber, apple, pineapple, orange, or lemon, and then maybe some spinach or kale. Purple juice, beets. Don't forget, beets, I actually knew this. Beets, the top of them, the stems and all that, are really good for you, and the leaves are. So don't be shy about throwing in the stems if you're doing beets. You've got kale and carrots as well. And then for some spice, hey, ginger, turmeric, even garlic, right? Me, I'm a coffee guy, so I have the coffee flavored protein stuff I put in. Maybe you want to throw in a shot of mocha to give yourself a little something as well. Um, Last thing in terms of maybe not big macro stuff and taking care of yourself stuff, Mission Financial Planners. So we are off to a great start this year. We did keep a fair number of appointments last week. We have more appointments on the schedule this week. In addition to that, we're reaching out to all the people who have attended our previous workshops and webinars to let them know about our YouTube channel. We're recording content and putting content out there all the time. And in fact, we're going through all of our content providers right now to figure out, hey, for 2024, what are the 45 to 50 workshops we want to make sure are available for you? And our goal is to just do one a week while we're all in the office. But hey, everyone, thanks again for a great 2023, and I will talk to you all next week. But if you have any questions on anything, feel free to reach out to me directly. You can always get a hold of me at 726-727-6581. Once again, 726-727-6581, or M. Donaghue at mfplanners.com. And don't forget, Donaghue has a silent G, and that MF Planners, that is not what some of you think it is. It stands for Mission Financial Planners, not what some of you think it is. All right, everyone. Thanks again for a great start to the year. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Call or text me at 726-727-6581. Thanks, everyone.